Hi, beautiful. If you've ever felt like your body has merely been treated like a destination, like men see your skin, your curves, your sensuality, but they never truly see you. If you've ever felt like you're being measured by your sexual energy, by what you'll give, and by how quickly you'll give it, or whether you'll bend over for their pleasure, let me tell you something so sacred right now. You are not here to be any man's fantasy. You are not here to be someone's sexual experiment. You are not here to be their emotional escape or a man's pedestalized plaything. You are here to be worshiped. You are the temple. You are the prayer. You are the reason the divine masculine even exists. And he's here to serve love into your body, your life, and your soul. And if no one has ever told you this clearly, you are not too much. The men you have been dealing with have just been far too small. So recently, I've decided to reach out personally to the women who are following me on Instagram, following the Earth's Feminine page. If you are not following the Earth's Feminine page, you can go ahead and give that page a follow. That is where I want to really connect and understand you all a little bit more intimately. I reached out and I've been hearing and getting feedback from a lot of you, especially Black women, especially Black women, women of color, Afro Indigenous women. You feel like your sacredness is just overlooked. And it doesn't matter where you're from, it could be women from the Caribbean, women from the South, and I can definitely see a tie to why Black women from these areas and really anywhere are perceived in such a hypersexualized way. I mean, the music hypersexualizes us. Caribbean music, hip hop. So I've heard horror stories from women who feel automatically assumed to be freaky or hypersexual just because of where they're from or how they look. Some of you have also expressed to me how you have a desire to be celibate. One of you told me that you've been celibate for 5 years, not out of fear, but out of self respect. And I understand that 100%. I was celibate for years at one point in time. I would say almost 3 years. And I've practiced celibacy at different points in my life throughout my 20s. For this woman, I could see that it was not out of fear, it was out of self respect. It was out of her love and devotion for her child. So, to the woman who was celibate for 5 years, I understand you. I see you. I see how you have chosen celibacy not out of fear of being with a man, but out of self respect, out of devotion to your child, out of your refusal to just let anyone into your temple. Another one of you expressed to me how you are tired of men pretending to care. Men who only want your energy, body, softness for their ego's gratification. And I 100% understand. I've lived it. I've been in relationships that have caused me to feel spiritually small. I made myself quiet, less sensual, more understandable, just so a man could feel safe while I abandoned my body. And that is not what we were born for. That was not what you were born for. So let me be very clear. If you've been over sexualized, discarded, cheated on, or emotionally manipulated, you are not broken. You've been scared all along. And for those of you who have the desire to be celibate, to wait, to slow down, that is not you being too much or being too difficult. That's your spirit reminding you that your temple requires reverence, and any man attempting to rush you out of that is not the man for you. And if a man cannot see your body as holy, if a man simply sees sex as a means of pleasure, he does not get access to the privilege of loving you any longer, if he even did to begin with. Inside of Deeply Loved, we do not shrink down just so that we can be chosen. We don't audition for crumbs. We don't explain why we're celibate and why we're choosing not to be intimate. We become the kind of woman who gets worshipped because our standard demands it. And let me be very clear about the definition of worship, because worship is not about control. It's not about being put on a pedestal to be feared or praised. As a woman, when a man is worshiping you, it is about being safely held, fully loved, and energetically adored by a man who knows that to love a woman like you is a spiritual assignment. This is about your yoni now having the permission to open like a flower, not because you gave away your body, but because your spirit felt safe enough to bloom. It's about receiving a man who brings healing and not chaos, who brings peace and not pressure, who brings truth to you and not temptation. This is what Deeply Love teaches you to call in, not by proving yourself, but by coming home to your dark feminine power, your emotional sovereignty, and your sacred magnetic truth as a woman. If this is hitting your spirit and you know that you are done being misunderstood, used, or oversexualized, if you are ready to release the grief of relationships that made you feel like your body was the only thing that they valued, if you're ready to embody the woman that men worship with commitment, presence, and protection, then I invite you to join me inside of Deeply Loved. This is my 3-day premium immersion and 21-day transformation where I teach you how to become a vibrational match for the masculine love that you deserve. And right now, the VIP tier is open. Inside of the VIP tier, you receive private coaching. If you have been following me for some time, you all know that I do not offer private or one-on-one anything for any long period or amount of time. So this means that you can get access to private coaching with me this month for personalized support on exactly what you're moving through emotionally, spiritually, relationally. I'm also including some bonuses such as He Exists, which is your sacred prayer and spiritual portal to call in your husband now, the Love Survival Loop 7-day healing so that you can break trauma-based patterns with men, and so much more, because this experience is life-defining for women who are just done suffering in love. So click the link in the description, or you can DM me the word worshipped on Instagram and I'll send you everything you need to get started. This is your time. You've been too sacred for scraps for too long. You are not just sexy. You are not just enticing. You are a woman that is ready to be deeply loved. Let's reclaim it now.